Hi, I'm Daisy Tornell from TodoWafi and Something Latina here with our lovely guest today, Julieth Restrepo. She's an award winning Colombian actress and producer known for her role in the hit Netflix series Griselda, where she played the role of Marta Ochoa. She's also known for her latest Netflix series, The Residence, where she played the role of the housekeeper Elsie, who is a suspect in a murder mystery. So, welcome. Round
Thank
of
you.
applause,
Thank you so
please.
much. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And I love your program and I love what you do. So thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. I just finished watching The Residence, by the way.
Did you guess who did it?
It's crazy because
We won't
it's
say who did
always
it,
the
by the way,
person.
but
No, yeah, we won't give spoilers, but it's always a
yeah.
person you least expect it from, right?
Yep. Yep.
And I
Cool,
won't give too
right?
many spoilers, but we always do a little introduction here, and we want to know what was your upbringing like, where did you grow up, and how did you start acting?
Oh my God. Well, I'm from Colombia. I've been in LA for 10 years now, and I've been acting since 13. I started very young. I loved it. I loved being on stage. That was like a happy place for me. And then I didn't know I could make a career, like an official, like a big career, like make a living out of acting. And I'm from Medellin. So if you want to act, you go to Bogota. And without even planning it, I got my first audition, my first feature film when I was 18. I was doing theater at the time. I was working at a retail store. I was learning English. I was like, just I was 17 at the time, and then I got the role, and I went to Bogota for the film for the shoot. I fell in love with it. And I was like, I can't do anything else besides acting. And that's been my life since, yeah, for 20 years now. So after working on films and TV and theater in Colombia, I felt like I needed to challenge myself and I wanted to work in English. Like I really wanted to learn English. When I moved here, I barely spoke any English. And I was like, I have to be there, like to just get better at it. And that's when I made the move and I'm so glad I did. Like I fell in love with LA immediately and I found a place for me and I've been of course in the struggle and in the hustle, but it's been wonderful. So now I'm producing, as you said, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, I'm just glad I didn't want to be in the comfort zone when I was in Bogota. Like I felt I had everything I wanted, and I'm very grateful for that. But I had to challenge myself because I don't think anywhere like anyone else was gonna do it. So yeah, so it's been 10 years. Like
But
this
you
year, I'm
took a big
celebrating
risk
10
by
years.
coming out here. That's like a huge risk.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. And I don't even think it was that big until I was here and I was like, "Oh my God, this is big." Like I knew I had to be like patient and I knew I was going to compete with the entire world pretty much. Like it feels like the Olympics sometimes.
The
Like
Olympics
you're
of
going
Hollywood, yeah.
exactly like you're just going for the roles with everybody else. Like all of these people, talented amazing people are going for the same roles, but that's what I wanted. Like I didn't want to be in a safe zone where I was just like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna work because I love working, but I needed a challenge. And it's so funny because when I moved here in 2015, I was at the peak in my career in Colombia. I was working in every show, in every film. I had 3 movies coming out that year. I had a show coming out. I was producing too, but I was like, okay, now I can go. I can leave somewhere else, and then the doors will be open for me. And I think that's been the case for me because I've been able to go back and forth for work. So I'm very grateful for that too.
And I did read online that you arrived with two suitcases and a dream from
Yep.
Colombia, and you've
Yep.
already landed two amazing roles. How has that
Thank you.
process been for you?
Ups and downs, ups and downs. Like now that I look back, I'm like, oh my God, I worked in Griselda and I just did the residence and I was promoting it. And there were days where I couldn't see that coming or happening at all. Like you're in the hustle and you're just like going to auditions and you're just getting used to the culture. I had a dialect coach so I could work on my accent and the English part because I like honestly, I don't know how I made it at the beginning. I was like going to auditions without even knowing the words or like what am I saying right now, So that was very frustrating. So I remember the frustration of being new, like just it felt like I was new, but I knew what I was doing too. Like I've been doing this for several years, so I have an idea of what acting is, but I wanted to do it in English so bad that I worked really hard for it. Like I've been taking classes and I just been auditing classes too, and like exposing myself to failure. I think that's how we learn, through mistakes and through failure and through frustration. I would repeat that, like every tear was worth the now that I'm going through this part of my life. I'm like, yeah, the bad days were part of it, and still, it's like you never know what's going to happen next. So I'm grateful, as I said, but I just want to remind people that it's not only about being successful, it's about the journey and whatever it takes, and just grow and learn about yourself. So I think that's been really fun for me. Yeah, even with the tears and the ups and downs.
Yeah, I love that. And I love to see like more Latinos on the screen, We constantly see the
Yeah.
same ones and I love that. But I sometimes feel like we can get more, Like I want to see more of like our Latinas and
Yes.
Latinos on the screen, behind the screen,
Yeah.
producing, directing, like creating
Yeah.
stories, writing
Yeah.
original stories that have
Totally.
never been told. And being Colombiana, how does it feel to be represented on screen for you?
Oh my God, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Like when I remember when I saw Sofia Vergara for the first time in Modern Family, I was like crying. I was like, oh my God, it's possible. So I think every time one of us makes a dream come true, we inspire I don't know how many people. And I think that's part of it. Like that's one of the reasons why I keep pursuing my dream, because I don't want to give up. Because if I give up, first of all, I won't be happy, because this is part of the journey, and I understand that it takes time. But every time that I see someone like, of course, Sofia Vergara, and like in music, you see Karol G, and then you see Maluma, and then you see Shakira, of course, you're like, oh my God, they had a big dream and they've been pursuing it without giving up. And I'm not giving up. Like I know there's more. So every opportunity, it's just a great chance for me to go out there, expose myself, learn, and inspire, hopefully inspire more people to do the same, because that's been my case too. I don't think I would be here if I didn't have anyone like someone like Sofia Vergara telling you like, girl, you can do it. And then I ended up working with her, and I
How
was
was it
like,
working with her? Amazing.
I love her so much. Oh my God. She is hilarious. And she is so unique. Like she's very special, because she doesn't want to be someone else. Like she's just her, and like 100%. And I was very inspired by that too. Like sometimes when you're going for your dream and you're having bad days and you're like, what is wrong with me and all of that, you have to remind yourself that it's not about you trying to fit, but to belong and just like embrace who you are. And I think that's what she does. And that's what she is like every day. So it's so funny. Like she kept bringing Colombian treats to set. So she had like a full bag of like,
She loves
I don't
eating.
know.
I've heard she's always eating behind
Oh
stage.
my God. It's like, Sophia, just like stop. She's like eating like cupcakes and cakes. And like she was ordering
And she
cakes
looks so
pretty
good
much every
too.
day. She's like, yeah, girl, I can't just, yeah, that's how I look. And I'm like, I love you so much, because I don't think like a matter of, yeah, she doesn't want to look like anyone else too. Like she's very real in every sense. So, and I love that. And the fact that she produced Griselda, that she fought for her project for so long, like over 10 years, for her to like make it like real. I think it's so inspiring, and I love that. And I think that's we all about. I'm about just learning from people and just like getting better at what I do, but I love the community that we have now. So that's why thank you guys for like giving us the space for that, because otherwise we wouldn't know what's happening. And like, and we need to support each other. So I think I'm also here because I've had the support of my community, even if they're in Colombia or if they're here, like wherever they are. I feel that, and I'm like, that keeps me, yeah, going.
Yes, and going into the residence without giving us
Yes.
too many spoilers, how was it filming that, and how was it that you landed that specific role?
Okay, so speaking of being out of your comfort zone, I had a newborn by the time I got the audition. I was like, I don't want to work right now. My baby's 2 months old. I'm a new mom. My brain is not working. And then I got the tape, and my manager said, "You know, you don't want to work. I know you don't want to work, but it's it's so good. Just take a look." And I loved it. I mean, I fell in love with it. I got the script for the pilot, and I got 5 scenes that I needed to work on. And of course, I was just thinking about diapers and breastfeeding and pumping and all of that. But I felt like I needed to just work on something great and just like distract my brain from the reality that I was going through. And I I was nursing at 3 a.m. I was with my baby trying to put her to sleep and all of that. And I was just like going through my lines and working on it. I loved Elsie. Like immediately, I felt like a connection to her and I understood what she was going through. Shonda Rhimes, of course. I mean, it's like she is a legend. And Paul William Davis, the creator and showrunner, had this vision of the show that it was very clear for me when I was working on the material. So I had a blast, honestly. Even if I didn't book the show, I was like, you know what? I just want to go for it. And I ended up sending my tape. And 3 weeks later, I got the call from my manager saying, yeah, they loved it and they want to work with you. And I was just like bawling, like
Oh,
crying nonstop with my baby next to me. And she was like, 3 months old, looking at me like, what is going on, mom? Like, I'm the one who cries here. Just like, give me some time, okay? And then we were just like celebrating that with my husband here at home. And 2 weeks after that, I was on set. It was pretty quick,
working.
and I was
Was it
working with
hard working
Uzo.
with your newborn, or did you figure out
Um,
like a schedule for that?
you know what? I was very lucky because we had a huge cast. And just because of that, I wasn't needed on set every day. So they were so supportive too. I mean, big shout out to Shondaland because they had a trailer for me so I could pump and bring my baby if I wanted to, or like take some time off if I needed to. Um, and I had just a few days when she was very little. We had a break with the strike. So we stopped shooting for like 6 months, I think. And then when we got back, my baby was a year old already. And my sister was here. She was helping us. She flew from Colombia. My mom was here too. So community, like family, like friends, like we need that support. I don't think I would have been able to do it without my husband's support and my family support. Like they were key to me. Of course I missed my baby, but I want to be an example for her too. You know, like even if she was that little, I want her to go back through the like to those pictures and just see her mom working and just like making a dream come true, that I know it's gonna be inspiring for her in the future, hopefully.
And it's so inspiring that we as women can really do it all. See, like you had
And
a
we have no
baby.
idea. Yeah, I
Yes.
still
Yeah.
realize. I mean, I'm very surprised by that. Like we should celebrate who we are more often. You know, like it's we take it for granted and we're just like, yeah, mom's working life. Oh my god, mom's working in life. It's just a lot, you know? And I remember when I was pregnant and then I called my agent and I was like, how am I gonna do it? Like, how do you do it? And she said, you just have to juggle, and that's what we do, you know, like we just juggle and we get better at it and we give it all 100%, like to every single thing we do. And I've been lucky enough to being able to be with my baby, so I've had like a couple few months off with the strike. That was very unfortunate for the industry, of course, but I was lucky enough to be with my baby and she was with me in the picket lines too. So it's like we just managed to, I know we try to find a balance. I'm still working on it, of course, but I want to give her that too. You know, like I want to show her that you can do
You
it
can
and you
do
can
whatever
be
you
proud
want.
of it.
Hmm.
Yes, exactly.
And I know you said you've been here for about 10 years, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has there been any challenges you've encountered throughout your acting journey?
All of them. All of them. Oh my God. Yeah. I think the biggest challenge has been embracing who I am. And that journey is like you come here and you have a background and you know, I mean, you've been on stage, you've been on film and TV, but you're brand new here. So it's, how do you survive in a world that you don't know, even though you know a little bit about it, you know? So it's been very challenging for me. It still is, to embrace who I am every day, no matter what. And the rejections are very real too, you know, like we want to book every single project that we audition for, but you won't. So how are you going to deal with rejection? And are you going to be able to stand up and keep fighting for your dream, even if you're tired, even if you're exhausted, even if you're frustrated? So I think that's been the biggest challenge for me, like finding my voice and embracing who I am in spite of the rejections or whatever happens to me, because it's more about the journey. Again, it's more about the journey. It's not about the being accepted by others, but more about being accepted by me for who I am, and just bring, yeah, just like, how can I put that, like, yeah, just like show up for like who I am and be proud of that no matter what. Yeah.
Embrace your roots and where you come from and who you are, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Mhm.
totally. Like I remember going to like a class, and I remember seeing these actors at the very beginning when I moved here, working in Spanish, working in English, and I was like, I can do that now in Spanish, but I can't. I don't have the words in English to do it now. So of course, 10 years later, I see myself on the residence, and I'm like just crying out of being just proud of my journey and proud of the people that I have encountered, and proud of the community that I have, and like the support that I've had, and grateful for that. So it's all worth it, but it takes time for sure. I would do it again. I mean, without changing a thing.
And I mean, those two roles are very different. Marta
Yeah.
Ochoa, I loved your role in that limited
Thank
series
you.
of
That was so
Griselda.
wild.
It was so good. I was like hooked. I finished that show in like 2 days, I think. I think we all did. The whole team, we
Love
always
it.
talked about how much we loved it. And then Elsie's character was so different. What are
So
some
different.
dream roles you see yourself playing in the near future?
Well, I want to keep working here for sure. I want to keep working in English, and I want to just keep showing this industry that we can do it all. You know, like you don't have to fit in only one box. You don't have to be the good one or the bad one or the white one, or like, no, no, no. We can do it all, and I want to do it all. Like I want to have this variety. I had it in Colombia. I've been having it throughout the years, but I want to show people here that I can do that too. So next time, maybe I'll be a villain, and I'll be, I mean, I just want to perform and like represent women that are real and that are like complex and that have layers and that are, I don't know, like that face dilemmas too, you know, like that's what I want to do. I don't think it has to do with just one role that I want to do. It's more about the variety that I want to keep showing the world, and the genres that I want to play too. I want to do more comedies here. So far I've done like a thriller in the States, and rom-com where I was the lead, and I've been this, yeah, crazy butterfly in as Marta Ochoa in Griselda, and now I'm this housekeeper in the White House. So I just can't wait to show the world what's next. I'm excited about that. Yeah.
I'm excited for it too. I'll be
Thank you.
watching. I'll be tuning in. So, here
Yay!
at Something Latina, we're all about women empowerment. That's what our
Yeah,
page is about. What is one
love
piece
it.
of advice you would love to give to other women chasing a dream, just like you?
Don't give up, because it's worth it. It's worth the journey, the tears, the laughs, everything. If you have it, if you feel it within yourself, you can do it. 100%. I would say that trust in your instinct too, because we always know, and that's crazy. Like sometimes we doubt, and we're like, well, I don't know if that's good or not. It's like, no, we know. Making the decision could be hard if you need to do like take action, but once you like focus on yourself and like see what's better for yourself, the rest, it'll happen. I mean, it's gonna happen no matter what, but don't give up, because sometimes when you're facing like the worst day of your life, that's when it happens. So yeah, And follow your instinct. Yeah,
Follow
I
your
think that's
instinct,
one
your
advice. Yeah.
intuition. I think your intuition is always right. That's something I've kind of learned along the way too. When you have
Right?
that feeling, like you're just like, oh, I have this feeling to just go for
Yeah.
it, or be patient, or just, wait it out,
Yeah.
see what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, fear, you're going to be scared sometimes. It's like, this is like scary and it's like there's a fear, but it's a good fear. Like it's telling you like that fear is actually informing you that you're going on the right way. It's just like, yeah, of course it's scary. It wouldn't be scary if you didn't want it. Like that's for me too. Like if I feel it and then I find it a little bit scary, I'm like, oh, this is good. I think this is what I want to
It's
do.
a good sign.
Like
Yeah.
it is a good sign for sure. And my dad, he told me this. I mean, he's been telling me this since I'm little. He said, do everything from a place of love. And that's what I try to do too. Like it has to come from a place of love. Of course, like loving myself first, but like loving what I do, loving a bad day, loving my first day at work and loving my last day at work. So it's part of life too. And I think every time we exercise that, we just get better at it. As you said, yeah, following our instincts too. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for those lovely words.
Yeah,
And
no, of course.
the question we all want to know, what are some upcoming projects you have that you can share with us? Or
Okay.
is it a secret?
Okay, I've been producing like lately. Like producing has been one of my main things right now, and I'm very excited about the projects that I'm producing. I'm pitching a series now. Of course, I'm writing roles for me too because I'm. That's the thing. Like when I created my production company, I was craving the projects that I didn't get like as offers right away. So I was like, I need to create the opportunity. I don't want to wait for it. And that would be a piece of advice too. Don't wait for it, just create it and go like go for it without expecting it to come from somebody else. So I have a few things in the making right now. I'm excited about that. I've been auditioning for a few projects that I'm like just waiting for the call. So I'm literally sitting here just like while I'm working and producing on my computer, I'm like checking the phone. I'm like, okay, like that. And yeah, and I'm a full-time mom. So 24/7, that's part of my life while I'm producing and acting and auditioning and being a wife and a friend and all of that. So definitely the projects that I'm promoting right now as a producer are very excited. Very exciting for me. So yeah, and I mean, we'll see what's next. Maybe Netflix, maybe Prime, maybe Max. Well, I don't know. There's so many platforms right now that I've been excited about doing my work also there. So yeah,
I love that. I can't wait to see you do it all. You're Wonder
thank
Woman, being
you,
a mom, a producer,
thank you.
director, hopefully, writer, actress,
I think
everything,
that's the
right? Hopefully.
latest. Oh my god, I haven't told this to anyone, but I am writing something. I'm with a writer. I'm working on something that I had this idea that I want to direct. So that is
Okay.
coming, and that is scary for sure. But that's also an opportunity for me to bring my community and to have this new role as a director, but to being able to just bring my people to tell the stories that I want to share with the world too. So girl, I'll see you again and we'll have
We're
more
ready.
things
We're
to
ready
talk
for
about.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
And
thank you
here at
so,
Todo
so much for the
Wafi and
support.
Something Latina, we will support your career and
Thank
promote
you.
anything you're in moving forward.
Thank you so. That means the world to me. Like I feel supported and I love meeting you guys. And I hope this is the first one of many
Yes.
conversations that we have in the future.
And if people want to find you on social media, what is your handle for Instagram, YouTube, TikTok?
Instagram for sure. Julietica Restrepo. So it's GJ like Julietica Restrepo, and you'll find me there. And I'll keep you posted on the things that I'm doing, the projects that I'm promoting. I just came back from Chicago actually to promote Dear Gentleman, which is a film that I starred in, and that was awesome too. I mean, this connection with the Latin community and in the States, it was so powerful. So I'll keep you posted on that on Instagram and yeah, I mean, I'm always like replying comments too. So I'm just happy to hear from everybody and just hopefully this journey, my journey, inspire a lot of people. So we'll keep connected on Instagram too.
And thank you once again for joining us today at TodoWafi and
Thank you.
Something Latina. And make sure to follow her on her social media platforms and our accounts for TodoWafi and Something Latina. Thank you guys.
Thank you.